The sun was sinking behind the crowded streets of the city, spilling gold and fire over cracked pavements and restless engines. Among the traffic, weaving through buses, cars and impatient honks, rode a young woman on a faded blue delivery scooter. Her name was Aisha, a 23-year-old girl who carried more than just food in her thermal bag. She carried dreams, responsibilities, and the weight of a life that had never gone easy on her. Her father had died 2 years earlier in a factory accident, and since then she had become the sole breadwinner of her small family. Her mother, who was battling diabetes, and her younger brother, sad still in school. Every delivery meant something to her, every tip, every smile from a customer. Every extra rupee she earned meant medicine, meals, and survival. The world didn't notice her. She was just another helmeted figure rushing through the evening rush hour. But fate was about to make her unforgettable. It was a Saturday evening, the kind of evening when the city buzzed with energy and chaos. Aisha had just received her last order of the day, a delivery to a biker cafe on the outskirts of town. The location was known for its loud engines, louder music, and a group of arrogant bikers who called themselves the Steel Wolves. They were infamous for their reckless rides and even worse attitudes, and leading them was Rafe, a tall, tattooed man with a leather jacket, a sharp jawline, and a cruel smirk that made everyone either fear him or foolishly admire him. Rafe had no job, no responsibility. His world revolved around power, pride, and his roaring black superbike that he treated better than he treated people. And tonight, destiny was setting the stage for a collision between these two lives. The humble delivery girl and the street king who thought he ruled the world. Aisha parked her scooter outside the cafe, clutching the food parcel in one hand. The moment she walked in, the room went quiet for a second. A woman in a delivery jacket, standing amidst roaring laughter and beer bottles. "Hey, what's this?" A girl delivery rider. One of the bikers sneered, elbowing his friend Rafe, sitting on a stool near his bike, looked her up and down with a mocking smile. "Bring it here, sweetheart," he said lazily. She ignored the comment and set the order on the counter. "Please check and confirm the order," she said politely. But Rafe wasn't used to being ignored. He stepped closer, his boots thudding against the floor. "You know, most girls around here don't ride bikes. They ride with someone like me," he said, his voice dripping arrogance. His friends laughed loudly, circling her like wolves scenting prey. Aisha stayed calm even as her pulse raced. She just wanted to finish her delivery and leave, but Rafe wasn't done. "Hey, slow down, delivery queen. How much they pay you for running around in the heat like this? You sure this job is for a lady?" He jeered, blocking her path. She looked him in the eye, her voice firm but low. "Work is work. Doesn't matter if it's a man or woman doing it." That stung his ego. Rafe smirked, then without warning grabbed the food box, opened it, and tossed it to the ground, scattering fries and sauce across the floor. "Oops," he said, feigning innocence. "Wish you dropped it. Now clean it up." His friends burst into cruel laughter. Aisha's hands clenched, but she refused to let anger win. "Please pay for the order," she said evenly, her eyes burning. "You can complain to the app if something's wrong." But Rafe stepped closer until he was inches from her face. "You got guts, huh? Maybe you should know your place before someone teaches it to you." He shoved her shoulders slightly. Not hard, but enough to make her stumble back a step. The laughter around her grew louder. People were watching. Phones were out. Someone was recording. For a second, Aisha felt her heart twist, not with fear, but with something deeper. She had faced humiliation before, but this was different. This was someone trying to crush her spirit publicly. She looked down, picked up the fallen box, and quietly walked to her scooter. But as she fastened her helmet, her eyes caught the reflection of Rafe and his gang in her mirror. Laughing, joking, pointing at her like she was nothing. Something in her snapped. Memories of her father flashed. How he had told her, "Never bow your head to those who think they're above you. Respect everyone, but never let anyone steal your dignity." She started her scooter, but instead of driving away, she turned sharply and stopped near Rafe's bike. The glossy black monster he treated like a crown jewel. He looked up confused. Aisha got off her scooter, removed her helmet, and walked toward him slowly, her eyes blazing with quiet fury. The laughter died. "You think humiliating others makes you powerful," she said, her voice steady, echoing in the tense silence. "Real strength isn't in your bike or your noise. It's in respect, something you clearly don't have." Rafe chuckled, but there was a flicker of uncertainty now. "Oh yeah, and what are you gonna do about it?" he challenged. Aisha's lips curved into a faint smile. "Something you'll remember every time you see your reflection in that shiny bike." And before anyone could react, she swung her leg up, grabbed the bike's handle, and with one powerful motion, kicked the bike stand out from under it. The heavy machine crashed onto the ground with a deafening thud, right against Rafe's shin. He yelped, stumbling as the 200-kilogram machine pinned his leg beneath it. The laughter vanished. Shock filled the air. Rafe roared in pain, trying to lift his precious bike, but it was too heavy. His friends froze, unsure what to do. Aisha leaned down slightly, her voice calm but cutting. "Next time you think of mocking someone, remember this moment. Power isn't about noise. It's about control, something you clearly lost." Then she put her helmet back on, started her scooter, and drove away, leaving behind a silence thicker than the smoke of their exhausts. By the time she reached home, her hands were still trembling, not from fear, but from adrenaline and release. Her brother opened the door, his face lighting up. "R.A.P. Are you okay?" She smiled faintly. "Yeah, I'm okay." But deep inside, she knew something had changed forever. The next morning, videos of the incident flooded social media. The delivery girl who stood up to the biker gang. People called her the real rider queen. News channels picked it up, praising her courage. Women across the city shared her clip, inspired by how she turned humiliation into strength. Meanwhile, Rafe sat at the same cafe, leg bandaged, pride shattered. For the first time in years he was silent, no laughter, no arrogance. Just the echo of that moment when a girl he thought was weak made him bow before his own mistake. And somewhere in the city, Aisha smiled quietly, knowing she hadn't just delivered food that night, she had delivered a message the world would never forget. So, my dear viewers, if you believe courage still lives in ordinary people, hit that like button, share this story, and subscribe for more real, powerful tales that remind us no one is too small to stand tall.